Alright, welcome back to more Pokemon Diamond. So, in the previous part, we started the post game. Um, we came over here from Snow Point, and then uh, had to go back, finish off the Pokédex, and finally actually journeyed a little. Um, so in this part, we are in the resort area, which is the easternmost part of the region, or more or less. Hey, a nugget. Talk with some of the locals. You know, for being on like the same latitude as Snow Point, you'd think all this area would be colder. And I mean, it's not like North America versus Europe, where Canada is on the same parallel as on like parts of Europe and all that, where Europe is way less cold. But anyways, so this NPC is telling us that we cannot enter here because we do not have ribbons. But you don't have a popping case? Oh, I see that you're determined, though. Alright. So, let's go over here. This is basically the practice entrance. If you want to practice to get to know the different contest categories, you can do that. I'm not going to bother like actually practicing. I just want to show this off once, since it is a part of the game. It's not a part of the game that I care about or like, but it is a part of the game. So, quick breakdown of it. There are 3 sections where you can score points. There's the dress up section where you basically, the dress up section where you dress your Pokemon up all pretty like. You score points that way. There's the dance section where you essentially gotta do what is it? Sorry, I'm blanking on the name of the game. DDR, but with the stylus. And then you have the judging competition where you perform moves for a judge and you get ranked based off of that. And then it tallies up all of your points and decides that you lose. Because I definitely won some of these back in the day, but I'll be honest, these always felt kind of rigged. You gotta specifically like be going for contest if you really want to do well in them. Are contests still like a major facet of the games, or did they kind of start phasing those out after a couple of generations? Because like the first one, or first time they appeared, was in Gen 3, And then I think they were much bigger in Gen 4, like there was more of an emphasis on them. But I don't know. I never played past Gen 4, so I don't really know if contests were really a thing after that point. I kind of feel like they aren't. I suppose this is something I could probably look up and give you an actual answer. Yeah, it seems like Gen 3 and 4 were kind of the last time these were really done at all. Which, you know, I kind of get. They were kind of an addition that probably wasn't needed and probably were done more for the anime tie-in than because they were fun game mechanics. So, we chose I Love HMs because we need to show this guy off a little. So, the theme, the natural. Maybe we shouldn't have even put anything on him. I feel like that would have been more natural, but I saw the mustache and I had to put it on him. And so, if you notice, we now have max hearts there. That's basically just means we can't place anything else. Nope, stop trying. You can't do it. You're not allowed to. There is no more space. Yes. Perfect. Alright, thanks for your patience. Let's begin the visual competition. Entry number 1, Heather. Heather has entered the contest with Pit. 4 hearts. Entry number 2, Marissa. Marissa has entered with Choppy. Beautiful. A lot of hearts. Number 3, Baddie. Who comes up with these names? I don't even know what they're going for with this one, but alright. And Diamond. With I Love HMs. Amazing. Only 3 hearts? Come on, guys. Just look at that face. Alright, the dance competition. Maybe it would be easier with a stylus, but it's kind of annoying. I don't like this one very much. I usually just can't get the pattern. End up missing a lot. Yeah, I'm like always a hair off. So you get up to 3, and I tried to hit the last one, and I did not. And that's it for the dance competition. Yep, thanks. That's what I said, but thanks, game. Can anyone turn this thing around into acting competition? Ho ho ho. Okay. It's time for the acting competition. Show off the moves that exemplify. Sorry. The contest just put me to sleep. Alright, so how this works is all of your moves have essentially a type that is associated with it for competitions. I Love HMs has 2 cools and 2 toughs. Generally, if you're going for a competition of a certain type, you want a Pokemon with a lot of those moves, because it gives you the most options. But I don't think any of our Pokemon had more than 2 of the same type. And if they did, I either wasn't paying attention or just didn't care enough. So, from what I can recollect on this, essentially you want to be the first one to perform for a judge. Almost in any of these, there's going to be at least one person who has to perform for a judge who's already seen someone else, like us. You get however many hearts based off of whatever the move says, and then if your move correlates with the type, so in our case, cool, it will raise the voltage, which is basically those little stars of the judge that you performed it for. Alright, so we have 2 other ones. It really would have been better to do Rock Climb in the previous round. Hindsight's 2020. But I'm going to go ahead and use a tough move because I just want the hearts. No! Strongly impressed. Ooh. I don't know what determines this. I think if you perform for a judge and nobody else performs for that judge, you will get more points because of it. Wow, the more everybody performs for a certain judge, the less points overall everyone will get. So since no one else performed for that judge, we got 3 points instead of the 1. This is honestly like the part that drags on the most. Because there's 4 rounds of this, I want to say. Yeah, unfortunately, all of our moves aren't, like, the best. Or we don't really have a good variety with them. Because different moves do different things. Like, this, I think it's Solar Beam here. Basically, if they don't share a judge with anyone at the end, or by the end, they will get an extra 3 hearts from it. Wow, so tough. I mean, cool. It should be cool instead. Everything should be cool. And then, obviously, if you're able to get one particular judge all the way up, you get a bunch of points. But you have to be the one that does it. Somebody else could steal it from you, and that always sucks. But that's all of the categories. Now it's time for the crowning the winner. Alright. How'd we do? First, the results of the visual competition. Okay, not starting off strong, but there's still time. Okay, this is getting worse. And finally, the results of the acting competition. Well, this seems rigged. Yeah, I'll be honest, I'm not a huge fan of the contests. I'm kind of glad they get rid of them. But it is an important part of this game in particular. I definitely feel like they were bigger in this one than they were in Gen 3, but I don't know. But anyways, let's head back up to the resort area and finally do some actual exploring around here. So, with the National Dex unlocked, we can now encounter a bunch of new Pokemon. Well, new, quote-unquote, new to us. Because, yeah, all the Pokemon that we will encounter here in the future are Pokemon from previous games. I mean, obviously, we will still see Sinnoh Pokemon, but these are the new exciting ones, so. Actually, a little surprised that guy didn't attack us there. Bellsprout. Look at that little guy. Or girl, I should say. He's a female Bellsprout. And there she goes. Alrighty. Ooh, item. Full restore. That's not bad. Alright, let's sneakily try and get past this person after we waste time. Scyther! Scyther, no scything. Oh, wait. Anyways. Scyther actually is not too bad. At least in terms of Gen 1. I don't know how good Scyther is in future games. But in terms of Gen 1, Scyther's probably one of the best Bug-type Pokemon. Maybe next to, like, Pinsir. But Pinsers were really difficult to find, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it looks like Pinsir was generally considered the best bug type in Gen 1. And then Scyther is runner-up. Just stay in there. Obviously, we don't need to catch this thing. This was purely just because it was a Scyther, and I was like, yeah. It looks... it's interesting. I do like Scyther's design. Even though it's a little terrifying. I at least wanted to put it on a timer so that we're not wasting too much time on him. But giving the poison status can help slightly with catch rate. Mainly because we don't have anything else at the moment. Alrighty. And Reaper seems like a fitting name for the Scyther. So. Alrighty. We're actually almost done. I don't know for... No, we still have a few minutes. Weeping Bell. Look at that guy. He's a guy right there. Alright, what do we got in here? A Reaper Cloth, how fitting. I mean, I don't think the Reaper Cloth is actually used for Scyther, but, I mean, spiritual energy is loved by a certain Pokemon. I'm pretty sure it's by, like, Duskox, or not Duskox. What's the ghost Pokemon? Dusclops, is that it? Alright, this is going to be a little much for what we need to do right now. So we're going to head back to the Pokemon Center, heal up, and swap out a couple Pokemon, because we're going to need Sandy for this, Powdon, mainly because we need the Yawn, since the Pokemon I think we're going to be fighting won't... Well, it's not part ground, so I guess an electric type attack would work, but I don't think Luxio actually knows any status attacks or status moves. Dusclops. That's the Pokemon I think would have the Reaper Claw. Let me check that, actually. Okay, yeah. Allows Dusclops to evolve into Dusknor when traded, if it is holding the item. Ah, that's right. That's that thing. Yeah, I can't remember all of all of the Pokemon in these games, because they added a lot. I don't remember what the percentage for toxic to hit, but I'm pretty sure when we try and do this, we don't hit them. Yep. And it's just like, how bad is the accuracy on this? I feel like we've only gotten toxic once out of the last 3 times that we've tried. Alright. Thank you. Does pretty good damage. I think Salamence is technically dragon flying, so... Alrighty. And that should do it for Mightyena as well, but I think they have one other Pokemon still. Corellia? Well, you've made a poor decision here. I don't even think Skunk Tank will have a chance to attack. Yep. Alrighty, that takes care of them, and now we can freely go through this area without getting attacked by them. But, alrighty, I think we're going to put a cut in here, and I'll see you guys in the next part. Thanks for watching.